Has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander with the interception.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Fires the three. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Replay. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. And he finishes at the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Runner's good there.
Here's lesson number one. Space to dance with the ball? There's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
And throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
OKC ball. Shot from the lane won't go. Probing the defense. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 6 now.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Paul into the front court. Final minute, first half. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover. Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim. Defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And finishes strong.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Chance for Chris Paul. And the Grizzlies able to clear the rebound. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Driving right to the basket. Doesn't get the bounce. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
I got ball. This is all me.
Free throws coming up.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. And takes it away.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Screen coming. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down a bundle. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. It's Grizzlies ball. Danilo Gallinari snatching it out of the air.
Get over, get over.
Paul with it up top. His guys down big. For 3, not done yet. The follow won't go either. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense.
Block up. Here you come. One step and I'm gone.
There's the toss. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Danilo Gallinari. Throws it up. Oh, he blocked it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
From long range, he engulfed him that time. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Here we go.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. Steven Adams rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Lobs it up, flushes down the slam. Ah, Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Play some D, play some D.
The drive, right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Thunder with the basketball. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Here comes the screen. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
I got something for him.
I got ball, Pick up, match up.
Surveys the floor. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To the rim. Nothing going here on that drive. Nerlens Noel with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
On the basket, but a shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Pass to the rim. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, yeah.
Oklahoma City's got it. Gilgeous Alexander. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespect.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
In the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen.
Screen coming your way. Screen coming your way.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Tosses. Flushes down the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Looking for his man. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Andre Robertson, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 46%. First one goes down.
Stepping in for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 9.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock.
Gilgeous Alexander. Got a piece of it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The Thunder will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. With the interception, great defensive play. Sets him up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
The Thunder have the possession. It's a turnover as they head the other way. There's the toss. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Throws it up. Whoa, what a finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nerlens Noel with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander. And scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Screen coming. And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Thunder with the basketball.
I got ball. I got ball. Here we go. I got it.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Can't slam it down. Slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And scores. Strong take.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Andre Robertson trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Unable to connect on the free throw. Shot from the lane won't go. Fine to shoot.
Hey, talk to me.
I got ball. I got ball.
From the painted area, won't go down. Gilgeous-Alexander. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Rejected.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
That's off the side of the rim, short.
Oh, yeah, easy, easy.
Here comes the screen. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Coming right back to you.
Goes 2 for 2. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Grizzlies are way out in front. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Oklahoma City ball. Probing the defense. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Here comes the screen. To Howard. Fires the three. That's not his range. It's no good. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
No good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw up the concentration.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Adams. To Paul. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Big man, Steven Adams. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Howard. And that's rebounded by the Thunder. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Nerlens Noel pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
The screen sets him up for 2.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's Paul for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Howard, defended by Nerlens Noel. Goes to the left side. 4-3. Buries it.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that.
drive here, but the shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Paul, defended by Howard. Down low, Noel. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Grizzlies at the controls right now. Nothing going here on that drive. To Howard. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down big. To Adams. Taken away by the Grizzlies. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Andre Robertson swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Can't miss those. Throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Dwight Howard, huge block. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Dwight Howard tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Steven Adams at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here comes the screen. Lobs it up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Beyond the arc for three. That's good D. Shot no good. OKC ball. Paul up against the 8-time All-Star. Got it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Paul. Dwight Howard sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
What a save. That's hard work right there. Textbook body control on the Euro step.
And did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. With a drop step. And the rebound comes to OKC. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Big finish at the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
I missed it.
To Howard. Stuffs it down with authority.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Paul. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Nothing going here on that drive. With a drop step. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. The drive, right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Lets it fly from long range. Beasley forced that one. Defense was right there. Paul.
Believe in yourself.
Dwight Howard sends it away. Adams matched up with Howard. To Paul. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Cashes in for two.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Beasley. Andre blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. To the rim. Flushes down the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Thunder with the basketball. To Paul. Down low, Noel. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Tyreke Evans against the elite defender Robertson. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. That's out. Last touch by Tyreke Evans. Patterson a shot. No. Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion.